Hello. Hello.
Hello, we're out in the park.
We've got a drink.
This bench is a bit big for me. I can't actually hit
Our
the
feet
floor.
are swinging in the...
Like...
We feel like we're kids again.
This is nice, being in nature, as about as far away from technology, apart from the phone recording this, as you possibly can be.
And that's the title of what we're talking about, being left behind by technology.
God, you speak for yourself. I think I'm quite up with technology.
Well,
actually.
I thought I was too. And you know, in my prior role as an IT trainer, but I've just realised in the last year maybe that I don't recognise any of these games people are playing online. I don't recognise. I think, you know, when I think about my parents, the thought of them, they said we're not computer people. Before we knew it, they'd got a laptop and they were sending emails, and Mum then got an iPad and was doing her shopping. And I'm thinking, when I get to that age, what won't I be able to do? Because I can do most things with the phone and...
Well, you make a really good point. I said I'm tech savvy. I know nothing about gaming. The whole gaming thing passed me by from, I have to say, the Spectrum onwards, because I just wasn't interested in gaming particularly.
The Atari.
And the Commodore 64. I mean, I realise that that's a joke.
We're talking a
for you,
different language to a lot of people here.
But when I go and watch my nephews gaming, I have no idea I also have no idea why it's interesting for them.
No, because it's not exciting.
It's just as dull as fucking ditch water to watch.
I think my last gaming was Sonic the Hedgehog.
I play a game on my phone, but it's like putting bricks together.
Yeah. But this whole Fortnite, this whole, I don't get it.
So we've already been left behind with gaming. I think there will be a point, because my mum never caught up with mobile phones. She never had one.
There you go.
I tried to teach my mum mobile phones. Oh God, we bought her probably 5 over the years, but she would not practice. So she would take it in when I was telling her about it, and then the next day,
gone, like a goldfish.
Completely. We've got a helicopter, quick.
It's not a helicopter,
It's a light
it's a
plane.
biplane.
It's all right, but it's making a blooming noise.
But it doesn't matter, it shows we're in a natural. So what, the technology the physical tech that we're going to get left behind on hasn't even been invented yet.
No.
So I'm thinking things like AI.
Holographic cameras. I think we might keep up with that one. Maybe.
Now the army's
There's a helicopter going that way.
I think the whole, we'll have, at the moment we've got things like FaceTime right in front of us on the screen. I think given time, it will be a hologram in the room with you rather than...
but don't you think we'll find that even when we're older, we'll find that quite exciting, and we will go for that? Because I'm thinking that will pique my interest even when I'm older, and so I'll probably be up with that.
Yes, I do. But
potentially.
We don't know what we won't know.
You don't know what you don't know. Exactly right. I mean, the example of the phone and my mum is a good one. But you have to bear, if you're younger than us and you're watching this...
My grandma would never even have a colour telly, going back to tech. She wouldn't have a colour telly because, A, the licence was cheaper to have a black and white telly, and secondly, that colour telly hurts your eyes.
Yeah, there was a lot of misinformation, wasn't there?
Absolutely, yeah. And then when she sat down and watched the colour telly,
it's like, my
grandmother
amazing?
And her sister lived next door to each other. So my grandmother would never have a colour telly, but she'd go next door and watch This Is Your Life and Corrie. And she'd sit there all night long in front of it, getting their heat and colour telly.
I love that.
She'd never have one.
You have to bear in mind that we come from a generation where there weren't computers in schools.
We didn't even have the internet.
We had, so in the 6th form, so when I was 17, my school got its first 6 BBC basic computers. And that was it. When I went to university, there were a bunch of Macs, but basically for word processing to do essays on.
Can I tell you another
in 89
that I heard this week?
Oh, God.
And if you'll only understand my shock if you are our age. Sorry, twinks, if you're watching. But
which they obviously do all the time.
Because they lust after us. I heard...
I actually wasn't thinking that.
Local radio, phone in.
Yes.
That,
was it your friend?
No.
Oh.
No. It was that children at school age don't use pens anymore. Everything they do is on a screen.
No way.
In school, they don't use pens or paper anymore. Everything is on a screen.
But from what age? Because they must teach them to write.
Not sure what age. No, I don't think that is taught. It's literally all on a screen. And because the reading and writing is so bad now.
Reading and writing?
Reading and writing. You've got it. That they are thinking of going back to pen and paper in certain classes because nobody can do it.
Oh my God.
Everything's done online. Tap, 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 or on screen, push screen. Yeah, multiple choice. And I was like, what? These kids are leaving school and they've never held a pen properly before.
Yeah. Whereas when we left school after exams, we had calluses on our fingers because we'd done so much blooming writing.
And we had to prove we could do good handwriting with a pencil before they'd allow us. They'd present us with a pen.
And in secondary school, they made us write with a fountain pen. We weren't allowed any biros in my school.
Oh,
it was quite posh. It was a posh school.
Yeah, I like a fountain pen, me.
I like a fountain. I mean, you collect fountain pens, so
them,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I don't use them, but I collect them.
So in terms of technology, at this point, I don't fear being left behind. But just in this conversation, I'm now fearing being left behind.
Fear it, but have fear, because we're going to be. You know how we say when they close the banks, but what about the pensioners that don't do online?
We will be
those people.
But it won't be banks. What will it be? What will they close that we will need to get to? But we can do online shopping. That's not a problem.
No. But they'll close all the online, and it will be drone delivered or something.
And you have to think it.
And you've got to have this very expensive software to do it. Because they've shut down the internet.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's the other thing that I was going to talk about. So we live in a technological age. I had a blackout, a kind of power cut the other week.
Do I cover the sponsorship?
No, you're all right. They'll never sponsor us. I had a blackout of power. So internet went down, phone went down, the 5G went down. Ooh. Literally nothing. And it's like...
The whole 5G in the area or just your phone?
Oh, no, the whole 5G in the area. And it's like, what do I do now?
Yeah.
Because actually I couldn't make a phone call either. Yeah. So the 5G, it wasn't just the internet that went down, it was... And then I thought...
Turn the telly on.
Well, no. I thought, what would happen...
Oh, no, your telly comes through the internet.
Of course it does. Yeah. What would happen if Vladimir Putin or whoever, some enemy state, just attacked the internet? Yeah. And the internet's gone tomorrow. It's just gone tomorrow.
Well, they do say there is a cable going under the sea that connects the internet, and it's just one cable that...
I bet it's a thick,
it's a big cable, but it's a big cable that goes underneath the sea, lies on the seabed, really? and if somebody went through that, it would shut off the whole internet. But yeah, the internet will be... the television's going, television transmission's going.
Yeah.
Radio's going.
Yep.
So everything will be delivered online.
Wow. And what happens if it just one day goes?
See, years ago, we paid a fortune for our minutes on the phone. Now we don't.
Yes.
It's all link.
Yes.
Then we were paying for text messages. Now it's all link.
Yes.
Then we were paying per gigabyte. Now it's all link. It won't be long before the internet is just like teletext, as in it's just free. And something.
I hope the internet isn't like teletext.
No. In the sense,
I know what you mean.
It's there. It's all free because something else will come along. 10G will come along
that we don't know. It probably hasn't even been invented yet.
Absolutely.
And Bill Gates or Elon Musk, they probably haven't had their alien encounter yet. Or Jeff Bezos, he hasn't had his meeting with the aliens for the next thing, because apparently that's where all the tech comes from. Comes from aliens.
Yeah.
That's what I was told.
And so therefore we will be those people that will say, but I don't want to have 7 satellites on my roof. I don't.
Will we?
We'll be those.
Oh God, we will.
We will be that person.
Because we're grumpy
era.
now.
Yeah, and we'll all get together in the little community centres and say, "Do you remember when we had to do dial-up?
Do you remember when we sat on a park bench? We used to moan at people.
What's a park?" The kids will say, "What's a park? What's a bench?"
Wow.
There you go. They're not even using pen and paper anymore. Sort it out.
That does sound like something that the right-wing press has made up.
No. It's perfectly valid. It wasn't anyone with any political views. It was just a caller.
Sounds like... Just gonna say.
Tell me if I'm wrong. If you're a teacher, if you're a school worker or a student, tell me I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, I'll put my hands up and say I was almost right.
Yeah, exactly. He won't. It's the alternative. It's like what Trump does. The alternative truth.
No.
I don't need the impression. Blimey. Well, on that really quite depressing note,
Thought we'll say goodbye.
yeah.
And we'll see you
Okay,
next
then.
week. Bye.